Hi and welcome back to the channel. This is video 2 on our 4-video group of reviewing double cut guitars. Today we have the FFDC by Firefly. Showed up yesterday. First thing we're going to do is look at the shipping box. We see that we have some damage here from shipping. A little damage there. And the end of the box. I don't see anything. Tape is a little loose up there. Let's open it up and see how it survived. And again, we see that they put this nice piece of styrofoam on the top to protect the guitar. Firefly is very good at that. And again, the guitar is wrapped in this, I don't know, it's like it does have a little bit of a squishy feel to it. A lot of guitar companies use it. And we see that it is completely encapsulated in foam all the way around the guitar. And the guitar, there's a little bit of movement, but it is very snug. Here we have a goodie bag. Looks like one tool and a 1/4-inch cord. We'll set that over there. I'm just always so surprised on how well the guitars fit in their cases, in their shipping boxes. And that bumped the camera. And we see that right here it looks like the wrap is a little torn. You have a little band at the top. Well, this one might be a little easier than normal to get off. Yep, that's my first that was torn all the way around. And this is the transparent red. And just like we did, or on the Ibanez AX120, we are going to go through this guitar, check the fit and finish, the general construction, the setup, and the playability of the guitar. So let's first look at the fit and finish. How does everything fit on the guitar, and how well did they do finishing it? And I am seeing, if you look at the grain on the guitar, the grain is not following the neck. It's a little out askew. Yeah, the neck is going this way and the grain is going that way. So it's a little bit out askew on the guitar. Let's look at our pickup to the body right here. There's a little bit of a gap right here. It's not much. about a 32nd of an inch around both pickups. And the exact same gap here. So it looks like it's tight, top, bottom, and on the sides there's a slight amount of gap there. Just a little bit. The pickup cover looks good, sitting true and flat on the body. Hardware seems tight. And this is a string through rear bridge. That looks good. Looks like average size buttons. Now let's look in this crack right here where the set neck is. Looking for a buildup of polyurethane. And it doesn't look bad. I do see some dirt in the finish right here. There's one little speck. And the body looks like it has about a 3/16 of an inch round over. And the body's flat, and right here they put a small arm carve right here. So it does have a little bit of an arm carve. I do not see a belly carve. So the back of the guitar is completely flat. So let's look at our pickup cover. Okay, it looks like it's inset 1 millimeter from here all the way to here, and right here it's flush, almost flush. So it's setting pretty decent. Let's look and see if get the finish on the body. Looking at it at the light, I don't see any waves or funny spots where the seam is showing through. Let's look at the top. Yep, I'm not seeing anything, so that's good. Let's look at our neck. It is a bound neck. So where the binding is and the rollover on the neck, that feels nice. There's no corner there. I feel something right there. Yep, there's looks like a little bit of dirt got into the finish. There's a little tiny spot right there I felt with my thumb. So that's the second finish blemish. There is no volute, so the back of the neck just blends right into the headstock. And this is a gloss finish back neck. It doesn't feel sticky right now, but by the feel of the neck, if you sweat a lot, I'm going to guess that this may get sticky on stage because it is a high gloss neck. It does feel smooth, but I'm guessing that if you sweat it a lot, this may be one of the necks that would get sticky on you. The tuning keys look like just a Grover unbranded tuning key. The logo is nicely done. And there's some pretty colors in it. Purple, green, blue. It changes as you move it. It's nicely done. And the headstock is nicely done. A very basic truss rod cover. You have to remove the screws to get access to the rod for adjustment. The pick guard fits really good to the pickups. This one's really good. This one has just a little bit of a crack. It's not much. As far as the feel on the frets, really good. These are the ball-in frets. And the feel of the fret, they're pretty smooth. It's pretty good. Let's check our knobs. Now again, maybe I just never paid attention, but these knobs have a little bit of a bugle thing going on as well. Yeah, that's nice. Let's check the feel of the knobs. Again, I like the feel of these knobs. They're very smooth, but they have a nice tight feel to them. They feel like when you put it in a spot, it's going to stay there. It's not going to move around on you. They all feel really nice. Very smooth, very solid feeling. Let's check our switch. And there's a little bit of a jiggle. And the jiggle's in every position. But it does feel like it has a nice solid engagement. I don't think while you were playing you would bump that and it would jump out to the next location on you. It's okay. The finish on the hardware itself looks to be good. I'm not seeing anything scratched or blemished or tarnished. It looks nice. The wood on the neck has a nice grain look to it. I don't see any funny spots on it. And we have a metal jack cover. Okay. Let's flip the guitar over here. We are going to check out the inside. And that's a snug fit. go. I'm going to move the camera over so you can get a little bit better view. Okay, here we have a closer look at the electronics cavity. And we do have full-size pots. I'm looking at the solder joints here. They're not bad. There's a couple messy ones. This one is about the worst one. I don't see anything else. All the wires look connected. I don't see anything bad. So that's good. Let's undo our jack and see what we have there on our jack. Let's slide the guitar over here. I'm going to have to use my number 1 on that one. Alrighty. Slide it over just a little bit so you can see better. And the solder joints look nice. They have a nice sheen to them, so there was definitely hot enough when they made the connection. This jack here looks like the crimp is decent. And plate's along the thin side, but I'd say that's good. It's fine for this price point guitar. Remember, don't tighten your screws until you get them all in. Okay, move the guitar back over here. We'll get our cover plate wherever I put it. This way. The camera is in the way. Okay, we're going to flip the guitar back over and do the rest of the fit and finish and setup look. Alrighty, let's check the relief in the neck. And again, this scale looks short, so I'm going to go 24 3/4. And that's what it is. Let's turn the guitar up and get a better view of it. And from the factory, it looks like the Firefly has about 1 millimeter of relief. So about 1 millimeter of relief. Now let's go through and check the factory setup on these frets. How well did they level and then crown the frets? I'm going to go into squirrel mode, and I'll come out of squirrel mode if I find a bad fret or a high spot. And right there, just when I say a little bit, it's just a little bit. And again right there. So 2 spots, and this one is really just barely moving. This spot here, there is a little bit of movement there. And since the rest is good, I'm going to say that this fret right here probably just needs to be tapped down on the end, because it's good right there, but when you get to the end it starts to rock, and it does look like there's a small gap there. So I'm going to say you probably just have to tap that one down. All in all, that's pretty good. We'll call it 1.5 spots, because like I said, it's just barely moving right there. Okay, I've moved my camera. So first thing we got to do is tune the guitar. Okay, it's close enough. Looks like it was about a half step down for shipping. Let's do our fine tune on our E here. There we go. Let's check our intonation. 12th. Looks to be a little high. Let's check our first fretted note. We can see that's high as well. There's our A. All right, 12th. Yeah, he's really, really close. Check our first fretted note. And it's sharp as well. There's our D. Check our 12th. Intonation's pretty close. First fretted note. That's our first decent one. That's not horrible. Go to our G. On the 12th. Again, pretty close. Let's check our first fretted note. And that one is pretty close as well. There's our B. B on the 12th. Pretty close. First fretted note on the B. Again, pretty close. There's our E. High E. Let's check our E on the 12th. And again, pretty close. Check our first fretted note on the high E. And again, pretty close. All in all, the setup on this guitar is pretty decent. Now we need to take our string gauge and we're going to check our action height on our 12th. Let's put our tuner down there. So on the low E, on the low E 12th, we have 0.0, I'm going to call that 0.065, maybe, we're going to say 0.068. It's not quite 0.070. It's a little lower than that. Check our high E. I need to actually set it this way. I might be disturbing the strings. Yes, I was. So on the low E we have 0.07. On the high E, again, we have 0.07 on our setup. That's going to conclude our setup and fit and finish. Now we need to plug the guitar into the amplifier. Okay, got a guitar plugged in to my small tube Black Star amp. We are running a small digital delay, and I have a little reverb on the amp as well. I have all the knobs all the way up, and we are in the bridge position. Both pickups, center position. Neck position. Go back to our bridge position, do some basic 12-bar blues. Center position. Bridge position. Okay, still in the clean channel, we're going to do some very basic lead work. Center position. Neck position. Okay, we're going to do just a little bit of crunch on the signal and see what we get. Center position. neck position. Okay, going to do some basic lead work with a little crunch. Center position. Neck position. Okay, that's going to conclude our overview, fit and finish, the electronics, playability, and the demo of the Firefly FFDC. Now it's time for final thoughts on grading the instrument. Fit and finish, I'm going to give an 8. And the reason I'm only giving it an 8 is there's some dirt in the finish on the neck, dirt in the finish in the ears, and I don't know if it's going to show on the camera, but the grain on the guitar does not follow the neck. The grain is going crooked to the neck. Right here there's a seam going like that. And you can visually see it because of the two pieces of wood, because this is a translucent finish. Yes, that's an aesthetic issue, and does it really make a difference in the sound of the guitar? Probably not. It's just an aesthetic issue. The fret feel and fret work on this guitar is really good. We only found one bad fret in one spot that it just barely rocked on, so it was only like 1.5 spots. Really good. The tuning keys feel smooth. There's just a little bit of slop in them, but they're not horrible. The next was the first fretted note on this guitar. All in all, it's pretty good. Is it right? No. But it's pretty good. I've said this a couple times. If you go into a guitar store and just pick any instrument off the wall, plug your tuner in it and check that, odds are you've got a 75% chance that instrument is going to do exactly what this instrument did. I only think that a little bit of work on the nut on this guitar would bring it spot on. It's so close, it just needs a little bit of work. The overall setup on the guitar was good. It's got a good action height. The intonation was set very close. It's got a little bit of neck relief. I don't think it's excessive. Some people have set guitars up with 1 millimeter of relief. It plays well the way it's set up right now. It's a solid instrument. We did see that they're using full-size pots, not the little tiny pots. The switch feels good. It's a good solid engagement. The pickups are clear. They're very articulate. You can hear each individual note. They do really well with clean and crunch. They have a nice warm sound. Are they as fat as a humbucker? No. Are they fatter than a single coil? Yes, they are. That's what the P90 is. It's a beefed up basic single coil. Is there any hum since it is a single coil? I did notice just a little bit when you just use the bridge, and just a little bit on the bridge neck position. it's not a lot. Unless you're really listening to it, you don't really hear it. And that is just a 60 cycle hum, and it is just barely there. But it is there because it's their P90s. The hardware on the guitar also looks really nice. It's well done. The finish on the hardware looks good. Overall, it's a good guitar, and at $170, that makes it really hard to beat, especially when it's sent with this kind of setup right out of the box. So those are my final thoughts on the Firefly. If you've bought a guitar like this from Firefly and you've had a different experience with it, leave some comments down below. Let's get a conversation going on this guitar. It, in my opinion, is a good guitar. The fretwork on it is good. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button and subscribe. It lets me know that I'm doing the videos that you guys want to see. Anyway, thank you for clicking on the video.